Good evening, Mel.
Good evening, Lily.
So what is your process for preparing the team for the upcoming match?
Well, it starts on a Sunday night, normally after the game on the Saturday, and the first thing I do is download their last, if we're playing them at home, I download their last away game. If we're playing them at their ground, I download their last home game. I'll then sit and watch that and analyse the game, and that normally takes me sort of Sunday evening into Monday. And then I'll start to look at what I think their strengths are, their weaknesses, where we can hurt them, where they're likely to hurt us. And then so I get a format, an idea of how they're coached, how they play, and then want to go a little bit deeper. So I start looking at their set pieces, I look at their recovery, I look at their reactions, and I form a picture. So by the time the sort of Tuesday comes, my first coaching session here, if we haven't got a game, I'm aware of how they play, what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are, and then I'll look at the sort of team I'm likely to put out against and what I think we best. We'll then go and do a session, and the session will be based on, I wouldn't say to the team, look, they don't defend set pieces very well, but I might do a set piece session if they don't, for example. If they don't recover very well in the transition, then I might do a transition game, so basically a transition play so that we're playing very quick and forward. They wouldn't know it's for Saturday, but it is. And you tailor it to sort of suit you without putting too much onto them. And then Thursday we do a video of them. I show a video to the players based on all the little bits and pieces. And then we go and practice a plan and execute that on a Saturday.
Perfect. So after the big win against St Albans, obviously you played very wide and had 5 different goal scorers. Are you looking to do the same sort of thing in the next game?
Well, I think that when you're a coach or manager, you have a route to goal. It's what we call a route to goal. When I look at the opposition, one of the first things I try and identify is their route to goal. And what that means is we all as coaches, we have ways we like to score goals, and that tends to be our main threat. So yes, I sign wingers, I like wide players, I like balls in the box, I like crosses, and I like players to commit to the box. We call it run to goal. So you'll hear me shout frequently from the side, run to goal. And off the back of that, you get a lot of scorers. We've got 18 players and 16 of them have scored goals this season. So Tuesday wasn't unusual for us. I think it's if you've got a team that's based on one player who scores 25 goals a season and he gets injured, what do? If you've got a team where everyone can score goals and you're getting players in the box to score goals, you lose one player, you've still got a chance of scoring goals. You know, our striker's hurt himself on Tuesday, may or may not be fit for this Saturday, but if he's not fit for this Saturday, I know I've still got goals in the team, as if he was a 25 goal a season player, we wouldn't have him. So yes, we'll try and get at them, we'll try and get crosses in the box. They tend to play a back 3, so that's the way I'll play against that will be different to if we were playing against a back 4. And we will try and do the same again. An idea, if we could score 5 again, that would be wonderful. But it's unlikely against Folkestone, but you never know.
So obviously when you're looking at the table, Folkestone is at the top end, and are your team looking forward to the challenge of that?
I think you look forward to every game. The reason we all do this is for Saturdays, for the game. That's why I do it. That's why I get out of bed in the morning. That's why I spend hours and hours and hours looking at footage, ours and theirs, because it's all about Saturday. I love Saturdays, and everybody does. The preparation that goes into it is long and arduous, but we get there. So yes, we're looking forward to it. They're a very, very good team. They've got some wonderful players. There are some 3 or 4 big teams in this league with very, very good players and big investment. Folkestone are definitely one of those teams, and their forward line, I think they'd walk into every single team in this division. Their front 3 are as good, if not better, than anything else in this division. So it'll be a real challenge for us. One we love, because at the end of the day, we've got a few injuries, we're missing some key players, so it's even more of a challenge than it would normally be. But ultimately, we're at home, it's on our pitch, our fans will come in and the players will be up for it, and we'll go and give it everything we've got and see what happens at 4:45 when the final whistle blows.
Okay. So the last time you played them, you won the game 1-0. So what are your thoughts going into the game?
Well, I think that the one thing in the Football League, and when you've got players under contract, players there 2 years, 3 years, and you get to know teams and managers and how they play. When you play at this level, non-league, a lot of players leave in the summers and all new players come in. So it's very, very different this year to last year. You know, we're a better side than we were last year, but they're a much better side than they were last year. You know, they've hit the ground running. They've scored 45 goals in 15 games, which is outstanding. Conceded very few. So they are, at the moment, they're very much the form team in this league and the team that you've got to catch. So what my thoughts? My thoughts are, like anything, every team is beatable. And we'll go in, we'll come up with a plan of how I think we can beat them. And then it's up to the players whether they can or cannot execute it. And it's no different to them. When two teams meet, it's the team that ultimately executes their plan better tends to come out with the result. So we'll be trying to do that for us, and they'll be trying to do that for them, and we'll see what happens after the game.
Okay, perfect, thank you.
You're welcome, thank you.